What's going on, guys? So it's about 9:30 in the morning. I just got back from the grocery store. I've got to run to work in a couple hours, so I'm gonna get everything ready. I'm gonna make up breakfast. I'm gonna have a bowl of oats because I feel like that kind of gives me a good amount of energy. It's a little bit easier on the stomach. I just throw in some protein powder with that. So I'm gonna make that up for breakfast. I'm gonna get probably get a protein bar, maybe an apple, and maybe even make up a little bit of a lunch. I usually don't have like too much time to eat there, and they don't have a refrigerator, so it makes storing stuff like kind of hard, because I can't bring like chicken and broccoli and things like that because there's no refrigerator. So I'm gonna probably try and make something that I could eat kind of quick, because I feel like a lot of times, like if I don't have something prepared, I either get really hungry, and then later on I just kind of eat whatever, just as a, because I'm too hungry to cook, something like that. So I want to make sure I get everything prepped in advance. That way I have everything ready and I can make good choices, hit my macros. I'm gonna check my weight real quick because I'm about probably 2 or 3 weeks into winter bulking and I'm not really sure how my weight's progressing. I'm gonna check it out right now and I'll let you guys know what the weigh-in is. My current weight today, guys, was 170.6. The scale said I was 20.3% body fat, which is going to be wrong, but I'm going to use that number to track. So as long as it's consistent, that's okay. So 170.6 on December 23rd, I weighed in at 169.2. So I'm up a little over a pound, about 1.5 pounds, which is solid, and it's been a week. So guys, this is my current physique. I'm doing pretty good, staying pretty lean. Definitely need to focus on building up my chest. And then, let's see if I can show you. Definitely want to work on my upper back, like up here. That's gonna be my main goal. Working on my upper back. So the width is good. I just need to get a little bit more thickness in the upper back. So yeah, that's gonna be my main focus is gonna be my chest, upper back, and arms and shoulders. So basically all upper body. All right, guys. So for breakfast, I'm going to do 1 serving of this gluten-free oats. I usually get gluten-free because Matthew kind of gets a little bit of allergy from gluten. 1 serving of the Ghost Vegan Peanut Butter Cereal Milk Protein. There's about 21 grams of protein per serving. A couple little chia seeds, because those give me a nice little bit of energy, and they have a good amount of omega-3s, which are really good for your brain. Then a little bit of this peanut butter spread. It's only 15 grams of fat per serving, 8 carb, and then 7 protein on that. I'll probably throw a splash of almond milk on top. I always get the unsweetened vanilla kind because it's a really good macros. 30 calories per serving, 2.5 fat, 1 carb, and 1 protein. So it just adds like a little bit extra flavoring to it, and then gives you a little bit of moisture like in your oatmeal. This is breakfast right here, guys. So we got the chia seeds, the oats mixed with the protein, the peanut butter, and then a little bit of almond milk. Doesn't look too pretty. The oatmeal boiled over, and then I spilled the protein powder, but it's breakfast. Total macros ended up being 56 grams of protein, 66 carbs, and then 35 grams of fat. So a little bit higher on the fat just because I went a little bit heavy on the peanut butter. You don't have to do that. Like if your guys' macros are a little bit lower, like if you're a girl, you have lower macros, or if like you're a smaller guy or you're like really deep in your cut, you might need to go a little bit lighter on the oatmeal. You can alter the portions based on your macros and your calories. Think of your macros as like a bank. Like if you have $100, you don't want to go to, and you're planning on shopping all day, you don't want to go to the mall right away and blow $80 and you only have $20 for the rest of the day. So think of that kind of like this. So I have 75 grams of fat to play with, 330 carbs, and 195 protein. So this isn't too big of a dent in like my overall calories, especially it's about half of my fat. So but if I have like chicken and vegetables later on in the day, that's going to be very low fat. So this is actually not too big of a dent in my calories, but don't think that you have to do the exact portions that I do. Just got done with work, and I was there for a lot longer than I was expecting. We've been pretty busy this last week or so. So I had only brought in a maple donut, one bar, and an apple. So I ran out of snacks at like 12:30. I was super hungry, so I just pulled up to the Walmart gas station. I got one of the Power Bar Protein Plus bars, 6 fat, 24 carbs, 20 protein. Tastes amazing. And then I got a Lenny and Larry cookie. So I'm gonna eat this on my way home. I've got to stop by, talk to the landlord, the manager of the apartment complex, townhouse complex. But I just filled up the tank with gas. Didn't mean to, but it's all good because I'm gonna go do Uber tonight. But then I'm gonna eat this real quick. We gotta go do our workout because the kids club closes at 8. I think we're gonna get some soup at my parents' house. So we're on the go tonight. All right, guys. So we're heading to the gym right now. We're just about there. I'm just drinking my pre-workout. This is my 4th upper body workout of the week. So this is mainly like a back focused one. So I'm gonna start off with back and then go into chest, whereas the other workouts I would start with chest and then go into back and then shoulders. So I'll show you guys the workout tonight. What's going on, guys? So this is an upper body workout, and to start off I did a Pendlay row. If you've been following me for a while, you've probably seen the Pendlay row for the last 3 or so years. This is one of my favorite exercises, and the reason I do the similar exercises over and over is because I'm really trying to get good at that skill. Like, weightlifting is a skill. Just learning how to do the movements, learning how to contract your muscles. It all takes practice, like to be able to connect your brain to a muscle and to really be able to feel the muscle. It takes a lot of practice, and that's one thing that I really try and focus on, is making sure that I feel every single rep, that I'm properly stretching and then contracting the muscle. And if you're constantly jumping from program to program or doing a bunch of exercises kind of at random, you're never going to properly learn the skill of that movement or how to stretch and contract the muscle. So it's really important to stick to like a core group of exercises, especially a lot of the compound movements and then some of like your main machines, and to really practice them and to work on getting better at that movement. There is some variation in my programs. Like sometimes I would do a cable lat pull down. Right here I'm doing a machine lat pull down, but really the same principles apply. You want to stretch and contract the muscles. But I hope that helps, guys. So just really focusing on your form and perfecting the movements. What's going on, guys? So it's Monday. It's about 8:30. I can't even remember the date. Like, it's like the 6th. January 6th. Yeah. So I just stopped at the Walmart gas station. I've been doing Uber this morning. So I picked up a couple of these Power Bar Protein Plus protein bars. They're really good. Macros are pretty solid as well. 5-6 grams of fat, 24 or 25 grams of carbs per, and then 20 grams of protein. Pretty solid. But that's going to be kind of like my breakfast. I'm going to go home, hit the gym. It's funny though, when I was looking on Instagram, I saw a post, somebody talking about basically people buying an iPhone over buying food, which I totally get. Like, yeah. And then in the comments, somebody said, they were too busy or it was too expensive to buy a certain type of food. And it was just like kind of like a lot of negative feedback on the people that were commenting, like that they were busy or the food was expensive. Me personally, in my opinion, I'm like one of those people that believe in like doing whatever it takes. Like, if you're busy, some people don't have time to cook. Like, I'm there too. Like, I don't have time to cook all the time. But I do, like, if you're tracking your macros, you literally can stop at the gas station, pick up a couple protein bars. And obviously it's not as a good of a meal as like eating, some chicken and broccoli and rice or potatoes or asparagus, or some fruit. But I mean, that's not always an option. Like going into the gas station and buying some fruit's gonna be like $5 for some like unripe fruit, which I mean, it's not a pleasant experience. And I mean, if you have a goal, and you want to hit your goal and hit your macros, then just buy the protein bars or buy like a meal at Chick Fil A, whatever it takes. And then maybe when your life situation changes and you have some more time, cook your food. But in the meantime, like do what you got to do, like, and believe in yourself, and don't criticize somebody else if they don't have time to cook, or like they don't eat. Sometimes I'm like, dude, I haven't eaten a real meal in like a week, but I mean, that doesn't stop me. I hit my macros and I keep going towards my goal. And then, one day maybe I will have time to cook. Maybe I won't, or maybe I'll get sponsored by a meal prep company, and that would be like a dream come true. That way I don't have to cook and I can still eat, real food. But don't feel bad, guys, if you have to, make some stops at Chick Fil A or Chipotle. It's not the end of the world. Like, and don't let anybody feel bad for how you eat. Like, as long as you're doing your thing, hitting your goals, like, that's cool. I just wanted to share that with you guys. So yeah, this this is kind of a little rant, but I've always been a big believer in like doing what you can, and not letting anything stop you, regardless of like what kind of food you have to eat. So I'm gonna end it on that.